Good evening and welcome to the Business Day. I'm Dwayne Anderson. Jamaican businesses were extra cautious in the first quarter of 2026 with business confidence dipping by 6.5%. Firms continue to navigate the lingering impacts of Hurricane Melissa and other global economic shocks, but consumer confidence has rebounded following a fall-off in the last quarter of 2025. Deidre Thomas explains.
The latest survey by Market Research Services shows that the Business Confidence Index eased to 124.3, down from 136 across 2025.
Whilst businesses are saying, we're moving out of a bad period, occasioned again, as I said, by Melissa, we're just not where we would like to be. And therefore, business confidence is down by 6.5% over the last quarter. So then they aren't seeing the levels of recovery that they would like to see, and therefore they are long-term thinkers. No, it's going to be a long haul. Lots of disruptions have taken place in the business environment, and as a result, they are very slowly reacting to the situation.
Market Research Services Executive Chairman Don Anderson says inflationary pressures continue to shape expectations. Around 35% of businesses say prices have increased significantly, while more than half report moderate increases. A trend these businesses believe will continue over the next 12 months.
Nobody expects prices to fall, really, and 92% expect prices to increase. Again, I'm sure some of that would have been captured by what is taking place in Iran and elsewhere, and the impact it is having on businesses worldwide.
A total of 115 businesses were interviewed for the survey. On the other hand, consumer confidence rose by 5.7%.
Quarter one in 2026, consumers felt better about business conditions than they did in the fourth quarter of 2025. And again, not surprising. It was total depression coming after Melissa, and that is what was reflected in that fourth quarter of 2025. Consumers are now beginning to think that we're coming out of it, all right? So that perception of current business conditions amongst consumers rose from 12.6% up to 16.8%. However, it's not back to where it was in quarter one of 2025.
Tourism continues to anchor economic expectations. Around 58% of consumers say the sector plays a strong role in Jamaica economic growth. However, there is concern about readiness.
There's no real conviction that businesses in agriculture, tourism, and financial services are prepared, are ready to face challenges. In other words, there's a gap between the possibilities that exist for challenges and the preparedness of businesses to respond to those challenges. So that's a gap and something that needs to be looked at.
620 people were interviewed across the island for the consumer survey. Despite the mixed signals in data, Mr. Anderson says the findings are largely in line with expectations.
Consumers are coming out of a situation where they experienced severe hardships over the last 3 months because of Melissa. And therefore, now that they are beginning to see things rebuilding, if you wish, consumers are a little bit more confident about their own situation. Business confidence was down, and that's because businesses tend to look long-term at their own situation, and therefore they know that it's going to take a while. So business confidence is down a little bit, but again, that's not a surprise.
Deidre Thomas, TVJ News.
Thanks, Deidre. Quantas Advantage has announced its launch of its initial public offering IPO on the Jamaica Stock Exchange. The company, which provides financing to Caribbean businesses, is seeking to raise $2.4 billion Jamaican dollars. Now, the offer, which opens April 22, is scheduled to close on May 2. JMB Securities is the lead arranger. Shares are priced at just over $19 each, with a minimum subscription of 1,000 units. CEO Dr. Adrian Stokes says the timing of the IPO reflects both strong internal performance and growing regional demand for alternative financing solutions.
The company is on an upward trajectory. This year is going to be another great year for the company. An investment in Quantas Advantage is your opportunity to be a part of a company that is helping to develop our country and region by connecting capital to the best opportunities in our region.
The company, which has reported zero credit losses since inception, intends to use the proceeds from the IPO to facilitate capital injection into the business.
The company is now raising capital to fund its next growth phase. For this phase, we intend to broaden our regional footprint and to increase our partnerships with many local financial entities. We work well with many local entities like JMB. Carl and I work really well together. And generally, we have very good partners in the market. And we intend to deepen this collaborative effort as we grow the business for our stakeholders.
And staying with stock-related news, the Jamaica stock index declined by 1,439 points, while the junior market index declined by 47 points. The winners were led by 138 Student Living Jamaica, MPC Caribbean Clean Energy, Productive Business Solution US Ordinary Shares, Consolidated Bakeries, and the General Accident Insurance Company. The losers include Mayberry Group, MFS Capital Partners, Edufocal Limited, Caribbean Flavors and Fragrances, and Access Financial Services, 23 stocks traded firm. Go to the foreign exchange market now. Foreign exchange trading ended with banks and Cambio selling the American dollar for an average $158.93. The Canadian dollar is being sold for $115.78. The pound is going for $212.71, while the euro is being sold for an average $168.60. And that's the Business Day. I'm Dwayne Anderson. Good evening.